Have you ever felt like you're stuck? Like no matter how hard you work, your bank account just doesn't seem to reflect your effort. You wake up early, you go to work, you follow the routine. You do everything right. But somehow, you're still stressed about money, still living paycheck to paycheck, still wondering, when will things finally get better? You're not alone. Most people spend their entire lives trapped in the same cycle. They earn money, pay bills, maybe save a little, if they're lucky. But real financial freedom, that always feels just out of reach. The truth is, it's not just about how much money you make. It's about what level of wealth you're operating in. There are 7 levels of wealth, and each one defines how you think, how you earn, and how you live. But here's the problem. Most people don't even know these levels exist, and because of that, they stay stuck, sometimes for their entire lives, without ever leveling up. Visual. Quick flashes of people working different jobs, looking frustrated, scrolling through social media, comparing themselves, getting loans, working overtime. Maybe you're at level 2, struggling to make ends meet, or maybe you've reached level 4, comfortable but not free. You're surviving. But are you thriving? Today, I'm going to break down all 7 levels of wealth. I'll show you where most people get stuck, and more importantly, how to move beyond it. Because once you understand where you are, you can finally figure out how to get to where you want to be. So, ask yourself this. What level of wealth are you stuck in? Stick with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to learn could change the way you think about money and your future, forever. Money isn't just numbers in your bank account. It's a mindset, a system, and for most people, it's a journey through very specific stages, what I call the 7 levels of wealth. Let's walk through them quickly. Level 1 is survival. You don't have enough to cover basic needs: rent, food, bills. You might be relying on help from others or falling into debt just to stay afloat. Level 2 is struggle. You earn something, but it's never enough. You're constantly stressed about money. One emergency, like a flat tire or medical bill, and everything falls apart. Level 3 is stability. You finally have a bit of control. You can pay your bills on time and maybe save a little, but there's no room for growth or surprises. You're stable, but stuck. Level 4 is comfort. You live in a nice home, maybe take a vacation once a year. But you're still trading time for money. If you stop working, your income stops too. Level 5 is freedom. This is where things change. You've built assets, investments, businesses, or passive income streams. Your money works for you. You have choices. Level 6 is growth. You're no longer just stable or free. You're building wealth. You're scaling businesses, investing wisely, and thinking long-term. Level 7 is abundance. You're wealthy not just in money, but in time, purpose, and impact. You have more than enough, and now you focus on helping others, leaving a legacy, and living fully. Visual, full 7-step ladder glowing, with the person climbing it one level at a time. Now, here's the key. Every level requires a mindset shift, and the reason most people never move up is because they don't even know what level they're in. But now you do. So the real question is, which level are you in right now? And how do you move to the next one? Let's dive deeper. Here's the hard truth. Most people never make it past level 4. They spend their entire lives stuck in what's known as the trap zone. Levels 2 to 4. Let's take a closer look. Level 2. Struggle. You're earning, but just barely. Your money disappears as soon as it comes in. Bills, debts, unexpected expenses, they all hit you at once. You live in constant stress, constantly worrying about how you'll survive the next month. Level 3. Stability. You've made progress. You can pay your bills on time, maybe save a little. But here's the danger. This level feels safe. It gives you just enough comfort to stop pushing, but not enough to change your life. Level 4. Comfort. Now you've got a decent job. You're not rich, but you're not broke either. You go out on weekends, maybe take a vacation once a year, but you're still caught in the trap. You have to work to survive. No work, no income. And guess what? That's not freedom. That's dependency dressed up in comfort. Visual, clock ticking. Person stuck in a cubicle, dreaming of more, looking out of a window. The worst part? These levels feel normal because everyone around you is in them too. Society teaches you that this is success. But deep down, you know you're capable of more. You weren't born to just pay bills and die. The trap levels are dangerous because they feel permanent, but they're not. They only become permanent if you stop trying to grow. So, how do you escape the trap and move toward real wealth? It all starts at level 5. Freedom. This is where the game changes. You no longer rely on just one income source. Your job. You've built assets, maybe a rental property, a side business, dividend-paying stocks, or digital products. You don't just work for money. Your money works for you. You have the freedom to choose how you spend your time. You're not rich yet, but for the first time, you're not trapped. Visual. Person smiling while checking phone. Passive income, $350 today. Then comes level 6. Growth. You've learned how to multiply your money. You invest smarter, scale your business, and manage your time like a true entrepreneur. At this level, you think long-term. You're not just paying off debt. You're building a legacy. Your circle changes. Your habits change. You stop living for the weekend because you're building a life you don't need to escape from. Visual. Books, mentors, strategy sessions, new investments being made. And finally, level 7. Abundance. This is where wealth becomes more than numbers. You have more than enough for yourself, your family, and your future. You start to give, teach, and build things that matter. You're no longer chasing money. You're living with purpose. Visual. Person speaking to a group, helping others, donating, launching a passion project. But here's the secret. No one accidentally reaches these levels. It takes intention, strategy, and mindset. The journey from freedom to abundance isn't easy, but it's real, and it's possible for you. So, how do you take that first step? Let's talk about how you can identify your current level and start leveling up today. So, now that you've seen all 7 levels of wealth, let me ask you a question. Which one are you in right now? Be honest. Are you just surviving at level 1 or 2, constantly worried about how to make it through the month? Are you in level 3 or 4, living okay, but deep down, you know you're not truly free? Or maybe you've already reached level 5, and you're ready to grow and scale. Wherever you are, it's okay. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. Because you can't change what you don't recognize. Now, here's the powerful part. Once you know your level, you can start taking the right steps to move to the next one. Most people stay stuck for years, sometimes their entire lives, because no one ever taught them that wealth is a journey with levels. But now you know, and that knowledge gives you power. Visual, quick montage of past scenes, survival, struggle, comfort, freedom, growth, abundance in fast motion. If you're serious about building real wealth, not just looking rich but actually being financially free, then this channel is going to help guide you. Here we talk about real strategies, how to break out of paycheck-to-paycheck living, how to build multiple income streams, how to shift your mindset from survival to abundance, and how to build wealth that lasts. So here's what I want you to do right now. Comment below with the level you think you're in. Be honest. Let's start the conversation. I reply to as many as I can. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Because every week we're diving deeper into practical steps for leveling up. And remember, wealth isn't about luck. It's not about being born into money. It's about learning the game and playing it better. You don't have to stay stuck. Your next level is waiting. Let's go get it. Together.